Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to Slipways, where today we are turning it up just a little bit. Now I'm going to tell you straight up, I find the higher difficulties on this game actually very meaningfully difficult. So I did do a little bit of advanced scouting here. I've tried to find a sector that had some interesting quirks for us and also a council that I thought I could actually run it with, because tough is difficult enough that I just flame out completely on some percentage of the seeds. The money is very difficult. You know what? Let's talk about what the difficulties actually do here, so you can understand why that might be the case. So last time we played on reasonable, where these are the rules. These are the things that change from difficulty to difficulty. Planet distribution is a little bit murky, but it's worth knowing that the actual layout of the worlds is worse on the higher difficulties. It affects your starting wealth, the civil unrest threshold, civil unrest being the effect that causes you to lose the game. So higher difficulties, the threshold is higher. It affects the amount of science you get from ruin discovery, but by far most importantly, it affects your planet income. So on reasonable, we were getting 6 credits per year for each good that was being sent from one world to another. On tough, that number drops down to 4. And now that sounds like a pretty significant drop. That's a third of our money gone. But it's also really important to note that in practice, it's going to feel like way more than a third. Because you have to remember the income values that we're seeing at the top of the screen are net income after administration costs and everything are already removed. So in practice, that drop from 6 to 4 feels a lot more like all of it. Like all of your money is completely gone. It's actually incredibly harsh. But I do think it's a good idea to for us to try to acclimate to tough, because the tough difficulty does exist in the weekly challenge. And also, you know, just like in general, I like a difficult game. I like having a tricky thing to overcome. But it's really hard. So yeah, this is what we're doing today. I really hope that I don't just burn out real bad on this one too. So we're also playing with quirks enabled. These are little rules modifications that they change the game's function in some way, and then they often increase or decrease your score by some amount to compensate for the difficulty change. So Rust and Ruin here, most colonization options on Forge Worlds require chips before they can become established. Normally, the chip requirement comes in after established, before successful. So this is going to make it a little bit challenging to get resources out of Forge Worlds without having a lot of sources of chips. It's a thing we have to pay way more attention to. And also dry sand. The sector has significantly more desert and arid planets, but this is also a 10% boost to our score. So if we can survive under these high difficulty conditions, we're at least getting compensated for it. So what we're going to run today for our council is we're going to use the 2 factions that we didn't use yesterday, and also the Ephorians, because I think we're going to need them. Basically, number 1 here, gene adjustment. Gene adjustment allows us to reduce planetary upkeep by $1 per planet, 1 space credit per planet, never below -1 per year, but still, this is going to save us some significant amount of money as the Empire grows, and money is going to be really, really tight on this difficulty for a while. In addition, we're getting access to the tourist resort, which gives us the ability to just make credits directly off of workers, a thing we may actually need to do. Economic zones, which allows us to increase the income of planets by connecting planets that produce the same resources. The plasma containment tech gives you fusion plants, which can turn water directly into energy. It's pretty powerful. We saw interstellar networks in action in the last game. And the mind control project lets us remove many of the common sources of happiness penalties from a world. But as you can see, 40 credits per world. It's quite an expensive project. From the Bakar, who are sort of our space dwarves here, we get solar superconductors and geothermals, which are fairly similar techs that allow you to build chip into energy industries on different planet types. Geothermals lets you do it on lava, mineral, and ice ball, while solar farm lets you do it on arid and desert. Obviously, this is going to be pretty good for us, given that we know there's a lot of arid and desert worlds coming up. The ability to mine industry out of asteroids, the ability to turn any planet into a forge world seems potentially very useful. The ability to collapse mineral, lava, desert, and ice ball planets into energy-producing stars. Very, very good. And replicating nanites. Totally free colonizations. Some colonizations are only... I think most colonizations are 3 months. So this pulls the settle time way, way down and makes them free. Obviously, it's a very big deal. And then for perks, we could take the ability to establish mines on lots of otherwise useful worlds, or prospectors. I mean, we have a lot of perks. Hold on, we'll get to the perk choices in a second here. From the Sylphid, we're getting the ability to build a project that just straight increases trade income on a planet. I don't know if this is good. I've not used this very much. It seems like it might actually be relevant on this difficulty. The ability to turn biomass into robots on primordial swamp and jungle planets, which is interesting. This is going to help a lot. Integrated manufacturing lets us produce chips from any planet producing minerals. Obviously, we're going to need a lot of chips for this run. Flexible fabrication we saw last game because many of the techs can appear on multiple different factions, so we did have this available. The skill up facility produces extra units of whatever it is that a planet already makes. And finally, the void synthesizer is a structure that you build, you connect it to a planet or structure with an unmet need, and it just synthesizes a thing to meet that need. Can synthesize any of the basic resources and supplies up to 3 different planets or structures. Very powerful stuff. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure we want joint factories. This adds a robot to the chip production option on Forge World planets, which is a thing we're probably going to be using a fair amount. So this will make sure that we still have robots for, food making purposes and whatnot. And then we do need to pick another perk, and I don't have an idea yet for what that would be. 30% of empty signals become asteroids, and asteroids are 30% more valuable is interesting. I mean, money is tremendously valuable. Money's going to be really, really tough to come by here, too. Every unit of goods received by a planet increases its trade income by 30%. So the planet that produces income from a good is the planet that is exporting it, not the planet that is receiving it. So this can be good because population planets, worker planets, are often very high earners because you end up running a lot of units of population off of them. So this might be the right move in the long term. Every time you do a two-way trade between a new pair of planets, you get $10. I think we're going to take luxury. Yeah, that seems like it's going to be a lot of money over the course of the game. All right. So we have no easy free science income this game. We're going to have to actually build labs. So that's the thing to keep in mind, because we are going to want gene adjustment pretty much as quickly as we can get it. All right, let's start revealing signals here. Yeah, let's pop these. And then those. And then this stuff. All right, do we have a set of things we can work with here? Probably, right? We have, you know what we're really low on here is food options. This could be, this isn't too bad actually. So this could be a colony. I mean, basically must be a colony, right? We can go robots to food triangle here, and then we can make this a Gaia world and get the water that way. I think that's a pretty reasonable beginning. So let's talk about these tasks. Increase total production of minerals by 5. We are going to want to produce minerals here to produce goods from this world to feed that world. So that's going to get us about halfway to this already. And then this one's just really easy to do. And accomplishing tasks, as we saw last time, is broadly a good thing. All right, so the Gaia world, send water, receive people. Let's make this a mine. So this is going to be a little awkward. We're going to be able to get the 1 point of goods from this immediately, which is a big deal, but we're going to have a hard time getting it established. And so note, this world is sending off 3 goods already, and it's sending off 3 units of stuff, 3 units of people already, and it's receiving goods, so it's getting this 30% bonus. And this is like a pretty significant portion of our overall total income. It's more than half of all of our planetary export money. So it's gonna be important to keep making sure that we are supplying our people worlds with goods and that they are getting used. The people worlds, obviously. That's really inconvenient. That's so close to not being obstructed. Okay. What we're looking for here is another, a forge world where we could produce chips would be really nice. Failing that, a remnant world would have been helpful, but we are getting neither, and now I am concerned. I mean, eventually we're going to be able to pick up integrated manufacturing and run chips off of this mineral world, but that's a long time from now, probably. All right, well, we need to continue expanding here. So we have to spend the biomass from this world in order for it to produce a second point of water. Once it does so, we can use that second point of water like over here. Let's probe around our existing food planet a little bit. See if we can find a place. Okay, actually, this is really good. Notice we're very close to pushing up to the next empire size. That's going to make things a lot more difficult. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Send in food, and then here comes the hit. Let's just make money. I don't want to create the big drop in our income before the new year. So let's spend 2 months just farming asteroids. Okay, now we'll settle this. Yep, plus 12. Okay. And do that, make that world successful, and damn it, that's not gonna... Well, could be worse. And now we're only a single mineral away from completing our task here as well. Let's see what the deal is with this. So we can establish a base in this bio-research facility to produce biomass, or we can turn it into a tourist attraction thanks to the fact that we just finished a mission. The ruins of the station are overrun with weird alien life forms. Well, we do need money. So, okay, the rules for this are we can send more people and get more value. That's good to know. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy about that, because if we send this planet a point of water, it will upgrade to the next level and produce an extra mineral, which will finish our quest. So let's go ahead and do that. Increase total production of cheese. Get a Forge World 2 successful. Doesn't seem like it should be difficult, but I think in practice it may turn out to be pretty difficult. We don't have to make a choice right now. We can postpone, but if we change anything, sometimes the missions will reshuffle. So we just have to be comfortable with that, is all. I don't really know what I want to do here, honestly. Increasing mineral production by 8 units feels pretty harsh. But I honestly don't know that we're going to get a Forge World to successful anytime soon. I'm like actually pretty worried about that. So I think I'm going to take these. It's a little concerning. All right, let's scout the area around this Forge World. Okay, that's interesting. So if there's anything over here that can go robots to food, there isn't. Concerning. I might just make this a colony and hope. Because if there's anything within range of this colony that goes robots to food, then we can make this a chip and robot colony, a chip and robot planet, and then send the robot off and not have to worry about chip income and also potentially use the chips from here to do chip stuff. We desperately need to get some kind of research going. I don't know how we're gonna do that. All right, I'm committing. We're gonna figure this out. Okay, that is close enough. This planet can produce food. Before I make any more choices, let's see what's going on here. Oh, wow. This experimental facility dealt with establishing stable time loops. It does not appear it was entirely successful, but we might get it to affect the time flow one last time. So, right now, rewinding time to the beginning of this year would cost us all of our money. We wouldn't have anything to do for the rest of the year. But we can just save this until later when we have more money. So that's interesting. And I don't really think we have a play here that is better than MultiPurpose Factory. Send this in. Do that. Robot. Food. And then we can do... We could do goods from here, right? We could do minerals to goods and get some progress on both of those. I guess that makes sense. But we're not going to be able to get chips in for a while. Here, let's reveal what that is. Okay, I'm comfortable just blowing this up now. All right, lots of goods getting run to lots of places. Okay, we've got a fair amount of money still coming in here. We can blow this up, and then we really do need to get some labs going. How do I want to do that? What do we want to research? Well, I suppose the move over here could be to research biomass. That would allow this planet to eject the biomass and thus produce some valuable water. But obviously, that becomes a much stronger play if we have more sources of biomass nearby. Which we don't. Okay, that could be a biomass world. We cannot get anywhere near connecting these two. I mean, a lab that just has one worker and one resource is costing you an awful lot of money for one science per year, you know? So while we do need to get stuff going, I think it has to be better stuff than that. Okay, a thing we could do is Mineral Lab. It's going to be pretty easy for us to produce additional minerals. If we build the lab like here, so that it can be accessed by all of these, yeah, probably. We're not going to be able to get much science out of it this year, so I might wait so that the build finishes next year, actually. And in the interim, just like probe and blow up an asteroid. All right, connect to this, connect to that. And how aggressive do I want to be? Do I want to just go ahead and... I think I'm going to do it. Perhaps unwise. But we've got to get our actual income up a little bit. Should probably be sending that over too, because that is absolutely money. So, is there any place out here that is going to... Okay, interesting. What I was going to say is that is going to want biomass. And the answer is yes. So if we can send this biomass off, we can get the water for this planet from here. But we then still have to locate a source of food. Can these two planets... No, these two planets do not have range to connect to each other. That's a shame, because this... We could have done the Arctic farm here. Although I don't know how we would have gotten robots in. It is a concerning situation for sure. And you can get a little bit of a sense here of what exactly they meant by less favorable, by unfavorable settling conditions, or unfavorable planet distribution. Because this is way rougher than the stuff we were seeing yesterday, right? I really want to see what's on this world. Or what's on this forebear station, rather. We don't have any sources of biomass over here. So it's going to be really hard to get food for this world. Or, sorry, no, this world needs water. Robots we can... Actually, no, this totally works, right? Because we can do this... Send food from here. I don't think we want xenotourism. Superconductors might be a thing. Currently, our only source of chips can't reach a place to make that good. But this is fine. Then we go thawing facility. That's good value. That sets that up. Turn a nearby planet into a mineral world, an ocean world, or turn a nearby planet into a forge world would maybe be really good. I don't know what nearby means exactly, but like if we could turn that into a forge world or something, that could be we could get some good value out of that. We can continue to expand the amount of minerals that we're outputting. Still need to produce a lot more goods, too. That's really awkward. That Forge World is not in a position where it can deliver goods here. We could do that. Would make that world prosperous, but it would make it impossible to ever feed this world chips, which I do not really want to do. I think what I might do is this instead. There we go. That increases the supply of goods in the universe slightly. We can send the robot to here. Flip that world over. There we go. Build ourselves a nice dense little network of things. So we're on 12 science now. I think we want to go all the way to gene adjustment. Make this our first tech. It's going to make us a little bit of extra money. But we have a lot of problems we got to fix over here. So maybe this might be a good time to like focus a tiny bit. If we manage to move a unit of goods off of this world, it will begin to produce another unit of goods instantly. So that would probably be smart. If we make this a people world, we could go food. We need to know what these are. Interesting. So we need food and water for this world to be functional. And we have exactly one world that is capable of producing either of those things. It is capable of producing both of them, which is definitely cool. But we really need it to, we need more. We can't work like this. So, okay. If we make this a chip world, if we take solar superconductors instead of grabbing gene adjustment, just for the moment, we could turn this world into an energy producer. We could send it chips. Well, I'd want to send the chips from here, though, because we don't want to block off the lane, because I want to be able to run the goods from this world out to here. I think this makes sense. People, chips, energy. Energy satisfies the food need. Then we send in the goods. I think that's a good play. So we're going to go ahead and grab this. Make ourselves a chip world. We're going to need that chip world in other places too, so. Or we're going to need the chips in other places too, I'm sure. And send this over here. There we go. Oh, we got a prosperous. And look at that. We have like a real income. Now, obviously, our total dollar amounts are looking pretty rough. But there's some stuff going on here that we can be reasonably happy about, kind of, sort of. My current lab is hitting minerals. We could do a chip lab over here, actually. That might be a thing worth doing, because we definitely need more science income than we are currently getting. Let me... Okay. Well, you know what we could do? So chips produce energy. Energy comes back here and takes care of the water need, producing additional chips. And now we have 3 chip-producing worlds in this area. Or sorry, this is... What am I doing? That's a chip income. It'll be good later. We can do this for right now, get our science level doubled without affecting our total income too much. And then if we make this a robot world, then it can feed robots to both of these. Are you ever gonna... No, you are producing all of the chips you will ever produce right now. That's a little awkward. Can I... Oh, I sure can. That's an extra point of science every year. Not to mention, you know, more goods being delivered and as such more money. And I think we're going to go ahead and take the gene adjustment. So right now we're at plus 68. It becomes plus 84. Definitely worth a technology. We are also about to jump up another level, so that 84 is about to take a very serious hit. But look at that. We've got some kind of functional thing going now. We still haven't actually... Right, missions. I forgot. We definitely need more missions. So, a thing that would help a ton is if we had a place to send these minerals. Okay. That's a shame. It can't quite reach goods all the way up to this world. Yeah. That's a bummer. Because minerals to goods here, and then, well, I guess we would need chips to make that work anyway. Jeez. It's always, it's always something. Okay, just getting information here. So... Supplying chips to this world would be really nice. It is a super bummer that it looks like there's no way we will ever be able to do that. Do we have a plan for how we're going to supply people to here? Because we probably should get on that as well. Because if we did... Okay. If we do, this is robots, right? We send a point of robots out to one of the energy producing worlds. Like minerals in, robots to one energy producing world. That'll cause the energy producing world to create an extra energy, which we then send back to the Forge world to be, to satisfy the chip requirement. Which causes it to produce additional robots, which we then send to here to produce an extra point of energy. Unfortunately, in order for that whole line to work, we do have to have people connected here first. I'm going to do something a little, perhaps a little bit optimistic. Perhaps very optimistic. Okay, there's no source of anything out here. Well, that's a nightmare. Do this. So we're not getting water to this planet anyway. Let's try this. Produce this point of energy, send it back to fulfill that need. Send the robot down here, all these planets getting established and stuff, and then we're going to send the energy up to here, which is going to cause this planet to produce an extra rock, which serves that. And then, oh, don't get me wrong, we still got troubles, but we've made some progress. What is my plan for my next tech? So energy-driven industry causes all planets that have an energy income to produce one more of whatever it is they produce, which is cool. Geothermals will let us get lava, mineral, and ice ball planets in on the little dance here. But we need to have more sources of chips before that'll matter. This world is, I think, just doomed to always be screwed. Like, I don't think we can ever get anything to it. Do we have... Okay, we have robot connection here. So we could make food. Is that more sensible than making water? I mean, it's going to give us the ability to expand out here, and I think food is broadly more useful than water. We don't know what we're going to see out here just yet. Then we're going to have to pull some energy shenanigans or something to finish that off. Okay, nothing out here you can live off of at all, it turns out. Or no worlds you can live on. But we do have a place where we can produce chips. And as such, the universe begins to look like it has some possibilities. I think we're going to grab geothermals. Because as soon as we're producing chips, all of a sudden we have access to all kinds of cheating. Cheating is the word I'm looking for. You know what it doesn't do? It doesn't produce goods. So you might notice we're just doing a way worse job of accomplishing goals and stuff. Game's hard. The game is hard on this difficulty. So we have this goods world down here. Is there a way that we could get some chips going? Well, you know, at some point we're going to be able to do integrated manufacturing and then run chips off of our mineral worlds. So at some point we'll be able to do that. But who knows how long we're talking about there. We need chips. We need so many of them. We need them so badly. Actually, over here, I probably haven't left. My guess is that the whatever the definition of nearby, we're probably too far away. So that's interesting. We probably could just scrap this for money at this point, but I mean, we may as well leave it, I guess. So we could make goods. We could just make this a goods world and try to figure it out later. I don't love that for obvious reasons. But we do need to get our tasks moving on. And it's going to be a while before we're in a position where we can actually take much benefit of the integrated manufacturing tech. So we do need to make a goods world somewhere. And maybe I just do it here and there's only so many times you can go, we'll figure it out later before you know you're lying to yourself. But we do have the opportunity over here to figure it out later. Here, I think this will work. So we'll just go... Am I going to want robots or minerals on this? Let's go minerals. Makes goods. Okay. So we should probably do this. Explore the designated area. Establish import hubs. 4 import hubs. I don't think we have a situation here, really, where it's going to be terribly easy for us to do the import hub thing. So I think we're taking these 2. Get 1 Forge World to successful. Seems like it should be doable, right? It feels doable. This one just needs mineral in, which almost certainly we can just do over here. Actually, do those worlds connect? They do. I was a little worried this world's gravity well might screw things up. We did it. And then the thing we end up doing here may just be solar farm eats both of these and replaces the people need on this world. Oh, you're kidding me. I can't quite... Oh, there we go. I can get all 3 of them in one. Huh. It's interesting. So we can make 2 energy here. We send 1 of the energy to Zealous 7. And then we just have a floating energy that we could use to, like, try to increase the import or export value. Notice, without the perk that we had from the Dender last game, Prosperous requires 6 imports or exports. It's a big difference. We are going to feel the difference. So let's make this a chip world. Just trying to expand up this way as best we can. So we make this a colony. We go right. Sorry, I mean geothermal plant, monoculture farm. No, wait, sorry. It's got to be, this is the geothermal plant. So we produce lots of energy because we need to run chips from this world to that world. We deal with the biomass requirement for the food this way. There we go. And then I think we just send this down here. Well, hold on. I don't know if we want to do that. Let's hold off for the moment. This sucks. The fact that there's just this huge dead zone here, like the only way to reveal that and finish our mission is going to be this now. I guess there's that. Yeah, okay, hold on. What do we got over here? Problem. So the thing is, we can bring in minerals from like elsewhere to feed this potentially. So I'm a little reluctant to jump straight to using the other point of energy in that way. Man, it is out of range of almost every world. But as you might have noticed, when you use energy to fill a need, it erases that need. So once we've done this, we can no longer feed minerals to this world, which is a little scary. I think we're just gonna... Which one do I want to do? I think it's just gonna be this one. That reveals the area. Gets us a tech discount and also goods, or also quests. See, this is interesting. I think we're definitely going to increase the total production of energy by 7 units. That's a thing that we are strongly incentivized to do by everything. And then it's like, do we produce a lot more robots? Do we produce a lot more goods? We're going to pick up that technology pretty soon that gives you extra energy or extra goods from worlds that are receiving energy. So I'm like looking around at what is receiving energy and where we're gonna... It seems like this is probably not going to be that hard. When we buy that technology, it's probably going to complete that almost immediately. I think we do want to wait on integrated manufacturing this time though. I think we really, really do want that. So we have a completely disconnected, self-contained planetary deal over here. Can we produce chips anywhere around here in any way? It'd be pretty cool to find like a remnant world, maybe. Nope, we're just in a bad spot. Okay. Okay, fine. So now, next time we get to 16 energy or 16 science, we take this. Okay, so there are places where we can now satisfy needs that were awkward to satisfy before, or we can, yeah, there are places where we can do stuff. Let's go ahead and install an integrated manufacturing here. Chip goes out to there, satisfies that, which is good. Over here, never actually connected these, but I should. integrated manufacturing and send all the resources over there. Okay, cool. Trying to deal with my shortages as best I can, as early as I can. So we got to get something for here. Let's see, we can do this. Connect that to there. Integrate the manufacturing. Chips over, makes energy. Problem solved. And this. I mean, we can certainly solve that. I'm just gonna do it. Let's just commit. Kabam. Do I want to send the other point of energy over as well? We could just make the planet hugely prosperous. Do we have a chip out from here? We don't. But we could. Okay, that doesn't work. Look at all the outputs now on this world. I don't really know what to do next. So to be clear, just I don't think I've said it yet, but it is the case. We cannot use energy in labs. Life would be a lot easier if we could. I'm looking around here thinking maybe it makes sense for us to... Maybe it makes sense for us to try to put together another lab somewhere, because we really like... +7 science is pretty sad. This world, I think, is going to be a problem for us in the long term. If we were going to get another science world, what would it, or another lab, what would it even study? We're doing minerals, robots potentially. It could be a robot thing. If this world was producing one more person. No, never mind. The space is too tight. I was thinking we could pull robots from here and here and have like an okay robot lab, but it just won't quite fit. Well, so what we're primarily waiting for right now is the next year to begin, right? I cannot realistically get much more done here. Okay, we can geothermal plant here because in a second, when we get this new tech, this world will produce an extra chip. We could send it down here and get things kicked off. That's something we can prepare for right now. That's weird. Let's connect both of these to here. Satisfy this planet's need for water. You don't need water, just drink electricity. Obviously. Let's find out what these do. Planet Crusher, probably not necessary. Okay. So we have a lot of sources of minerals and chips out here now. And a lot of worlds that could be turned into energy producers. Is there any way for me to... I'm wondering if we could chain energy, like, through here? If I did... These are not very exciting. Okay. Scrap for parts. Make this a solar farm. If we do this... I don't love it, but No, out of range. Well, I'm still gonna do that. This world needs to send people places. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I guess the thing we can do, we can upgrade this world, and then we can make like the lamest robot lab ever. But it lets us spend a couple points of population, which is worthwhile. Get over there. Yeah, right? And then this, I don't know. Plus CC, I think is 12. I think each credit symbol is $6. So if we do sell it off slowly, at this point, it'll produce $60 over its total life anyway. But I might want to make it the chip thing instead, because in fact, I'm definitely going to do that. Because we don't have another way of getting goods to this world. Okay, we do need to produce some more robots. What is the best way to produce additional robots in this situation? Probably just make a world a robot world, right? Alternatively, taking... oh, we should do this. That seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, if we just like make a remnant world into a robot world or something somewhere, then... God. This world is exactly far enough away from everything that there's no way to... That's really frustrating. I think here I am just going to eat this 60... Well, hold on. I'm looking at our money and getting a little nervous. We probably want those chips. I don't know exactly what we're going to use them for, but probably. Okay, if we get robots out or anything in on this world, then it will start to produce an extra level of another point of robots. God, the distances between everything. The fact that we have these like huge dead zones is making the game way more difficult than it needs to be. You know what I'm going to do? Chips to robots. Do this. Feed an energy back. There you go. 2 additional units of robots. We don't have to take tasks at this point. We should only take things we think we can actually do. That said, tech discounts, you know, that's some pretty good stuff. So we need one more tech to get down to the really good stuff, and then we're not going to be able to use most of the really good stuff, probably. This would make it definitely more doable to run some of these tasks up. Although, actually, we don't have tasks asking us to increase the number of robots or goods here, so never mind. Maybe we should just take the cheapest one so that we can maybe get one of these endgame technologies and boy, what do we even want? Like, what would even be good? I don't know. A lot of these are not actually even that compelling for us. Industrialize lets us turn any world into a forge world, which obviously is like potentially some pretty powerful stuff. Plasma containment requires water to work. Slip relays are cool. Economic zones are not cool, I think. Asteroid mining seems like it sucks, but it is the cheapest option to just try to get us down a level. So we're going to pull... There's going to be 3 more New Years where we can actually use science. So we're going to get an extra 27 science before the end of the game at this rate. number's pretty sad. You know what? I'm just going to take this. We do have some immediate use for flexible fabrication, like this. Hold on. Get a Forge World to Prosperous? I bet I can do that. Do we want to try to do another one? I mean, obviously, this would be cool. It would be great to get 11 legacy points. That's where my head's at right now. Can we move resources into worlds in a way so as to make that happen? I think so. I see a couple of spots already. So, connect there. There's an import hub. There's a prosperous world. That's a completion. Over here, we can do this and then repurpose there. That'll send a robot across. So that's a second import hub and a prosperous world. And this world is now very close to going over as well. Although it looks to me like there's not anything we can do to push it the rest of the way. And then we need like... I need one more thing where I can move another resource in. I mean, we can always just connect energy to something. Ah, frustrating. Well, I mean, that does do it. And it spends an extra point of robots off of this world, which is just, it's extra money. You can see, though, we're starting to burn through our cash pretty quickly here. So, 2 more prosperous Forge Worlds. If we did it, we would get access to one of those happiness boosting things there. So this world just needs to be connected to one more world that's doing well. We can probably make that happen. If I can just figure out a way to make another world happy. Oh, I absolutely can, because we can just send the spare unit of chips here to there. All right, I believe we can make this happen. I don't want to take any of either of the others, I don't think. But there you go. And then we need to flip one more Forge World. So this one needs another input. It needs more energy in before we can consider doing anything else from it. Well, we do have a source of another energy in. Feeling okay about it. We might be able to do that. We have a lot of goods. I might just decline at this point, though. 8 different resources. So the trick there is right now we're running a lot of the same stuff, right? So if we... Can you connect? No, we already tried this, right? Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, there's no way... We can't run the energy over here either. Are we gonna get... No. We're gonna get to 30 science. Yeah. So we're not gonna get slip relays. So no, we can never finish this world. Ah, well. We could get one more export going. So it's easy enough to move goods. We can move energy. If we go like energy to here, that'll produce an extra point of people, and then we can use the people out to create another thing to send somewhere else, like do energy to people to chips. I want the Euphorian trade capital. Just a little nervous about running out of gas on the way there. But the energy should allow us to cheat quite a lot. All right, I'm going for it. Let's be gutsy. Do I think we can pull this off too? Are we going to accidentally pull this off on the way? The answer to that question might be yes. All right. All right. Unwise? Oh, sure. Okay, so connect, send energy. Because the planet is receiving energy, it now produces an extra body, which makes it do this. Make this into an energy world. So now we send chips out somewhere. And we could use this point of energy to create almost anything. One thing that's obvious is like water to feed there. It's kind of hoping for a natural source of minerals out here somewhere. Okay. So that moves robots. We're at 4 of 8. We need to... I want this. We send energy in to satisfy that. And then we do this and connect that there, so that produces 2 more energy. That's really important. We have to produce a lot of energy. Do the water thing here. Wait, why is the water... Oh, because we could... Yeah, sorry, we should do this. There we go. 5. 5 and 4 of 7. A little bit terrifying? Sure. Sure, a little bit. Have we moved goods yet? No, goods are not on my list. Okay. So... Is this really outside of our range? It's also obstructed too. Yeah, crummy. Okay. Here we go. Alright, that moves goods. Is this not... Okay, we need one more import or export. That's a little awkward. What else? We have the ability to produce minerals from this world. This is the year, by the way, that I'm going to use the time winder. Probably that was obvious. I probably didn't need to say that, but you know. So we can do this. Make this world a solar farm. We could just do a little bit of energy bouncing here. Right, and then we make this an energy world. We feed this energy in like that. I go press the button on the time thingy. We may as well dismantle this one. Rewind time by 11 months. Uh-oh, money. We need to like do very efficient asteroid destructions. Okay. That gets us one of the tasks. And then we need to move 2 more points of or 2 more points of resources. Or 2 more different kinds of resources. So food, green stuff, minerals. Food, green stuff, and minerals are all on the table. Is there any place that I can make any of that happen relatively easily? We don't have a lot of call for minerals, unfortunately. And I mean, unsurprisingly, most of our stuff is connected already, right? Like most of our places where we could do that are connected already. Yeah, I think I may have bitten off more than I could chew on this last mission. I thought we were going to get there, but I don't think so anymore. I'm kind of surprised I can't find a place to put minerals. And we could do this. So settle this, send minerals, and then we moved water already? Yeah, we moved water already. We have a planet over here that would accept biomass and a planet that can produce it, but we can't actually make that happen. And the technologies we have here don't really help. Yeah. What we need is not more ability to produce industry. Or produce Forge Worlds. What we need is... bummer. That would have been a good food connection. Okay, let's really quickly, let's look at these. So 1 happiness based on the distance separating this world from the starting wormhole. So this world over here, you have to 1 month build. Wait, why is it fine? It's like the fact that it's bright red is indicating to me that I'm not allowed to do that, but no, I guess it's okay. Weird. 1 happiness for every 2 units of chips/robots produced on this world and everything directly connected to it. Oh, interesting. So, obviously, there's a couple of places where that's pretty good. Yeah, like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? 5 and 4. So that's a 4-point happiness boost. That wouldn't be terrible. I don't think I can directly connect it to another world that's producing large amounts of those things. No, it doesn't look like it. Up here, this world is the same, right? 5 and 4? Yeah. I'm so bummed out by the idea that we're going to miss this quest. So sorry that it's taking me so long to commit to a thing here. I just really want to, like, do my due diligence. You know what? Actually, we don't have to. We can do that and send the green stuff off. And then down here, do the thing I said. Unless this food is usable somewhere? No, it's totally not. Okay, yeah. And down here, money. Please tell me I can afford the slipway. 22. The quest completion is probably more valuable. Hold on. There's probably a lot of places we could do this thing, though. It probably doesn't have to be right there. Is there any place that I could move minerals where it wouldn't necessarily require me to, Actually, One thing I am really curious about. So can I do this? Oh, successful or better planet. That's why red. So I just kind of want to see, like, what is the value of that? Okay, so that's 5 points up there. And this would be 4? Yeah. Okay. That would be 16. $2 short of being able to run that one without it being a problem. If we can find one spot where we can run minerals from an existing spot to a new world without having to break an asteroid, we can get the 5 points for this and the quest completion. It's just a matter of... I don't think there's a spot where it works, unfortunately. That's what it's a matter of. Yeah, and none of my worlds that need mineral inputs are anywhere near any of my worlds that are producing minerals, because anywhere that was the case, I would have already connected by now. That's a shame. We are actually... Yeah, and I can't fish out a forebear ruin or anything. Okay, well then we're just gonna have to accept that. That's a real shame, but I do think the quest completion is more valuable than the 5% score. Actually, I don't know. Well, we're gonna do this. Okay, lots of stuff happened there. You know what? That's not bad for a tough score. Tough is hard. So yeah, 22, 573. We got some okay outcomes here. We actually managed to get to the maximum empire size, or the highest category, which is pretty good. I am kind of curious. That's 22, 573. If we didn't finish the quest, but we instead just built this. Well, we're losing points from the failed task, though. So yeah, this has got to be lower, right? It's quite close, but yes, it is lower. Okay. Well, then I'm going back and doing it the other way. There we are. Yeah, that's what Slipways is like on tough. And like I said, I looked around for a sector that had a set of faction traits I thought we could get away with. So if I were to just pull a random tough sector out of a hat and try to run it, there's good odds that I just like flame out and run out of money. It has happened in the past. So this was one of the easy ones, is my point. It's much harder. All right. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time tomorrow, I think the move is we'll do a run of the weekly challenge, and then starting next week we'll kick into the campaign. I'm very excited to see what kind of like weird, imaginative new puzzle mechanics they've come up with for this. And we'll see you then.